Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes free to play. We got some stuff to talk about. I feel like I did it yesterday, and I don't want to do it in this account. So if you're interested in what I have to say about things, come to watch the daily video for today. And yeah, hopefully it won't flame my mind, but I shoot this one before I do that one, and I thought about switching it up and doing the other one first, but then I was like, well, when I go to render and upload, I just want to make sure I don't throw things out of whack too much, if you know what I'm saying. Because, if you're not doing it the same way, how can you remember and all this fun stuff? And it's just like, hey, we got 3. That's finally we're getting movement. We are close, my friends. We are close to being done with this whole thing where we're saving up stuff and it's not really being beneficial. As soon as we get the Xanadu blood done, I will be saving up to some level. I'm not really thought that far ahead because my focus right now is finishing Xanadu blood, and then whatever happens after that, it happens after that. But the Xanadu blood farm needs to be finished first. Whether that means we do it through the node that we're working on, or we finish it some other way by pulling the stuff out of the pack or whatever. But it needs to be over. We need to be able to move on with our life and do what we need to do, I guess, best way to say it. So yeah, yesterday we finished, or whenever we finished Phasma, and I've made the determination that we're doing Palpatine. We're doing first respond, then Palpatine, just because Palpatine's got to be at 7. And a very salacious hobo needs to be doesn't need to be at Relic 7. And I just named him very salacious hobo because I find it odd to say veteran smuggler Han. I don't know if you have that problem, but it's a little awkward, and I don't like saying it. So I've decided to try something else. Whether that works or not, I don't know. All right, so we got our 3rd piece of gear done, and that's the way these pieces on this side go. They're just super quick, and now you get into this where it takes a little bit more time to get all the ship stuff that you need to be farmed up, and it takes especially a long time when you're not doing refreshes, because it does take a while when you are doing refreshes. It's just like, but you don't really notice it because you're doing refreshes, but it's just like, oh my gosh, make it stop. Make it stop. I need to be able to move on. Come on. And this is very tempting, but I want to make sure we have the fiber pads for when we go to bring our characters up, which, I think I've mentioned that, or I know I've mentioned. Here we go. Oh my god. By the way, that I think when we're done with Aura, we're going to start stacking Kairos or signal data and start bringing characters up. Not that we need to, but just, it's better to anticipate being done ahead of schedule than being done ahead of schedule and not being prepared to be done ahead of schedule. I guess that's my thinking about the whole thing. Because it's like, ultimately, if we have like however many Kairos and we're able to get everybody done, well, then that just puts us ahead of the game. And ahead of the game is, of course, a lot better than being behind in the game, because why would you want to be behind in the game? But yeah, we had a late night of work. And I started watching Nooch's video about stuff, and he's like, he's saying something that I feel is kind of that I didn't anticipate him saying, but then again, it's Nooch, and I feel like Nooch kind of like changes his mind about stuff like every day. But at the end of the day, Nooch is one of the elder statesmen of the game. He's been doing content for longer than me. And generally, by and large, he does a really good job, and I really appreciate him, and there's a lot of stuff that I learned from him. And so he's allowed to backtrack on some. He's allowed to backtrack on some stuff, and there's, I guess when it comes to anything, whether it's these passes or not, you don't know. You just don't know what you don't know until you. Are we? Is this number right? Are we seeing this right? Are you guys looking at what I just noticed? $18.95. We have $18.92. We are 3 short to be able to pull this back today. To be able to potentially be done with ours and do blood farm. It's not fun. That'll drive you in a hurry. That'll make you crazy in a hurry, I promise. To be this close and be like, hey, we're 3 crystals short of being able to pull this back. That doesn't drive you crazy. I don't know what will. But that's fine. We pulled those. I'm just gonna come in here and make sure I get everything in here, and we'll go from here and we'll figure out what we need. And then we'll just move along. What am I hoarding this ship material for? I feel like I just haven't checked it. No, I'm not doing them. At some point I will. When I get I got 50,000 energy standing around. What am I gonna do? Oh, let's do consular ship. That's when we'll do consular ship. We're just not doing it right now. We're just not like, okay, it's consular ship time. It's like, well, it's not today. It'll be one day, but not today. Anyway, I think that's all I got for today. For this free to play. We got, really happy that we get the 3 boss shards. I mean, the 3 Xanadu blood shards. And made some we're closer to Aura. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that we're got another piece of First Silver Storm, of course. Although it would have been really nice if we could have pulled the end of those Xanadu blood shards. But maybe it'll happen tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. But as always, hold the line, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye.